What's up, guys? Welcome to Beyond the Gym Floor. Cool chat today. We talked about skills beyond the hard skills. So obviously we just laid out how important is it to actually be a really fucking good trainer from a hard skills perspective, and then how important is it to understand things like coaching, human behavior, sales, budgeting, planning for the future, just small business traits that you need to be successful in this space. What's more important? Is one more important than the other? How do you become the top of the industry? Can you combine both? Where should you be spending your money in terms of investment in education? And a few other bantery bits and pieces. Enjoy the episode. Don't forget our weekend intensive, I believe, is this weekend if I've got the dates right. So if you haven't got your tickets, make sure you jump on, get them today, where it's going to be huge. It's going to be a really, really big event. We're super excited for it, so we hope we see you there. Enjoy the episode. Now I look back at the message of you saying we can, like, oh, you needed more information, so you weren't stressed.
Yeah, I was like,
I read it like, just get out of bed, Jace. Like, because I was just like, you don't want to get up early?
No, it was nothing. I don't want to drive 3 minutes down the road. Are you fucking serious?
When really you were just like, oh, what's wrong?
Yeah, it was like, the three of us need to have a meeting. It's like, fuck, man. All right, what has happened?
What's the matter?
It's like, all right, what fire do we need to like put out now? Director life.
Fuck.
Small business owner life.
Yeah. Yeah. Welcome to the game.
Yeah.
What's news? Anything we didn't talk about on Fit?
Not a whole lot. There's lots going on behind the scenes at STC.
Coming soon.
We'll call it. Do we call it STC now?
I do.
Just like lots happening.
I do. Yeah.
On the learn side and the fit side.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I know everyone's gonna be like, of course, but I'm fucking pumped for this intensive. Like I was doing the worksheets, like the workbooks, like, and even just making like the presentations. It's just like, where do you stop? Like seriously, like how, like
early, it's big
yeah. Well, because we've got the kind of
there's so much there,
the running sheet on the topics, and it's like, you know, some of the things, you know, we've allocated more time, less time, and then it's just like really hard to know when to stop. But just so much value.
I'm so excited. I reckon we'll have 20, maybe 25, 30 would be out of control. People. Everyone that I've spoken to that's got a ticket is super cool, which I think is
important.
Really important to me. Is like it's going to be a room.
You want the vibes.
Awesome humans.
Yeah, you want the vibes and the culture to be.
You
know,
which I think is
complementary to us.
Part of the content shift that we've made.
Is
like everyone that comes into the circle now is like in the circle.
Same.
It's cool.
Same vibes.
So I'm really excited for that. I think it's gonna be a fucking huge weekend because we got VIP Friday night. Present all day Saturday.
Correct.
Out
Sunday.
Saturday night.
Out Saturday
drinks,
night.
And then Sunday present.
Correct.
So I'll see you all on Wednesday.
I booked my haircut for Wednesday.
Yes, mine.
Getting a fade.
It's the off week for me.
Yeah, I haven't got a haircut lately because I can shave my own head. And I can fade my own beard.
Yeah.
Once I get my fade friend.
I tried to fade mine. Today. I don't know. I went okay, I think.
YouTube.
Yeah. No, my barber taught me.
Yeah, I can fade my beard.
Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah, me too, my beard.
Yeah. Levels, guys.
My stubble.
Yeah.
I had to learn a new trick during the week. Well, last time I went there, because I come in heavy. Keep bumping the mic, I come in heavy like goatee area.
Yeah.
So I actually have to go. I go down with the razor with the clippers here.
Yeah.
And I go up with the clippers here.
Yeah, against the grain.
Yeah. So then it's shorter.
Yeah.
But because it's thicker, it looks. The same.
Yeah, I've got the toilet brush across the moustache as well.
Yeah.
If I shave my face, it's way darker.
I actually saw a guy yesterday. I didn't mind the look, and I think I could grow it in. It was like he just had the bottom.
Yeah, right.
So the mustache was totally shaved. So it was like the inverse of a mustache. It was like a face mullet. I don't know. So
face mullet.
I was like, I dig it. It was like just chin
mullet.
Just chin hair. I was like, I like that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Because I think I could pull that off. Because it doesn't come up high enough my cheeks to have the beard.
You could get a fade on your alternate week, though. You can get a fade every week.
Yeah.
Every week. If I...
But so he did my face for the first time, not Thursday, the time before.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'll just let him do it every 2 weeks. And I was like, I look homeless. So I have to do it myself.
Oh, you got to upkeep the beard.
week.
Yeah.
But yeah, my haircut schedule for this Thursday, so it'll be the off week. So I might book in for an extra one.
Yeah.
Clip it up.
Yep. That's it.
It's almost coming enough at the top that I can actually cut
It's
my
not
sides in.
Next weekend, the weekend after, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. When this is out, it's like this weekend.
No. So my haircut's the Wednesday before it.
Perfect.
So I'm going to shave my head this weekend.
Yeah, let it go to that. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, so it's this weekend, I think, when this comes out.
Yeah.
Like, it's Monday, it'll be
of
this
course.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Ugh, that's my brain.
It's happening. Yeah, but that's it. That's pretty much
I'm fucking G'd for it. And then also Sydney 13th.
13th, 14th, 15th of October.
Yeah, so 13th for the workshop with Ash from MA, which would be sick. We can cover marketing.
Oh, is she coming to Sydney as well?
Yeah, she's doing both.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So both the Friday workshops are going to be
we've
collabs. And then photo shoot lift off.
November the 10th.
Yeah.
11th.
My birthday, Jason.
10th, 11th, and 12th. Oh, which day is it?
10th.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say you're born on Remembrance Day.
No.
But the 11th.
Day after.
It's the 11th or the 11th, right?
Yeah.
At
11.
I feel like that one, like, obviously your birthday's important because I've been watching so much war history.
Yeah.
Remembrance Day is going
to have to pause it.
It's going to hit a bit different, you know?
When pause at the photo shoot.
Yeah. I think I've always been one of those people to respect.
Yeah, you've always cared about it. I remember a few Instagram rants.
Yeah.
People not stopping in the gym shit.
Yeah. I think it's a very important thing to recognize the efforts of anyone that's like, you know, kind of either been conscripted or just said that they were going to go and defend, you know, their country. So
it's pretty wild.
Yeah, it's just like now I see more of the magnitude of like what happened and you know, just stories and stuff.
It's wild to think about, man.
It's wild, and it's also, I think, a little bit of a spit in the face that you only get a minute a year.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, we all be quiet for a minute, and a guy just plays on a you know, on a trumpet or whatever it is, and it's like we just stand here. It's like, fuck, man, like when we get a holiday for a fucking football game, like a parade, it's like it kind of in a horse race and shit. You know what I mean? I just think like that's so much more, you know, important.
Yeah, and people fuck around Anzac Day too.
Yeah, well, that's it. And Anzac Day as well. It's like you get a day off and stuff, and
still not treated that.
But it's like it's a day off, and there's a big game of footy.
Yeah,
it's not
have a sausage, mate. That's it.
Yeah, and even that, like, you know, sometimes like people are like, oh, you're gonna go to the
there's more
the ceremony, and I'm like, oh, it's too early, and I'm like, bro, now that you saw, it's like these people like lived in fucking trenches, fucking got shot out, bombed out,
separated.
Yeah, it's like if you actually go and immerse yourself in like what happened, it's like you can be like, I can get up early just to respect these people.
Yeah.
Which
most people don't though.
We would both have family that at some given point
connected to.
I'm not Italian, so I don't have to say either side. But it's like, you know, they obviously were just doing what they were told.
Where was like Malta and all that?
So we got wrecked.
Yeah,
we got wrecked. Like my grandparents.
So Italy just fucked Malta up.
So Italy and the Germans, because Malta was a supply line for the British through Africa.
Oh dear.
So they were getting a lot of their So Italy, the Germans told Italy to take Malta so that supply line got cut off.
Yeah.
And they underestimated the fight back.
Yeah.
So like you got to think
Gangsters.
like if you're coming to someone's home, but it's their home.
Yeah,
it's kind of like why America didn't invade Japan.
Yeah.
Every single person is going to defend themselves.
Stand up,
So they just underestimated, and you know they obviously got the shit bombed out of them for fucking days. My grandparents lived underground for their whole childhood, basically.
Wow.
Yeah, it's terrifying stories, which is why I know which is why I understand religion in that perspective.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, what else do you have?
Yeah.
And there were just all these miracle things that happened, which is like, you know, God was on our side kind of thing, whatever. But yeah, they got pounded, and they managed to withstand the Italians for enough for the English to get there.
And support.
Correct. And then but it was like, fuck, the damage had been done by then. So.
We went to Gibraltar when we were in Spain.
Yeah.
Gibraltar? That's the English part, right?
I don't know. It sounds cool though.
I think. Fuck. If I've messed that up, I'm really sorry.
I'm usually good with geography. But
there's like a fucking, it's the size of Melbourne.
Yeah.
An island that is British.
Yep.
In Spain.
I'm trying to search for it, but keep talking.
And it's the same. You can see Africa, you can see Spain, and on one spot, like just on the hill.
It's a British overseas territory.
Yeah, cool. Sweet. And it's still owned by the British?
It's wild, isn't it?
So it's like you literally have to hand over your passport, and then everyone starts talking to you in a British accent and shit. It's like, what the fuck? This is wild.
Isn't that crazy how they just like haven't given it back?
Yeah, yeah. Because it's like it's still the main road through. So it's like if anything ever goes down, like still ours.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's really
how
cool.
That happens. Yeah.
I wish we had time to go across and just to like say I've been to Africa. Would have been cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, obviously we couldn't. But yeah, it was wild. Walking in, it was like, hey, welcome, come and jump on the bus. We'll do a tour. And then going back, there was like people that didn't have the right documentation and stuff. Like, I reckon there was 4 different girls under 30 in different areas of customs on the ground crying.
Oh, really?
Because they weren't going to be able to get back into Spain.
Their trip was ruined.
They were fucked.
Yeah.
And like, you walk in and it's friendly British people in like kind of suits-ish. And then you go in to get back into Spain. It's fucking like semi-automatic weapons over the shoulder.
Yeah.
Like massive soldiers in full outfits.
I'll tell you what,
like,
the Spanish the Spanish authorities, we'll call them, so their police and their special forces units, or like their armed guard.
Yeah, yeah.
They were fucking henched.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not like our military would probably be all right, but some police force.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe in a calorie surplus more than we should be.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was like, I was real nervous. I was like, I know we have everything because we checked, but like, there's so many people here who can't get back in. It's wild.
Yeah,
and it's like their flight is over there.
Yeah. That just gives me anxiety.
Yeah, and
just
you can't
planning a trip with all of that. I'd rather just I'd rather just go 2 places and go home.
Look, to be fair, it's like there's a lot of signage going in what you need to get back.
Yeah, okay.
It's like you just didn't. You just thought
we're traveling. I need a passport.
They're probably American or Australian.
Yeah,
and it's like, but I just go there. It's like, nah, it's not how things work.
You apply for visas. And
yeah. It's not driving to New South Wales. Yeah, or catching the boat to Tassie. It's like, these are different.
Yeah, they need to know why you're coming here. And then why you're coming back.
Yeah, and the fact that the Brits own that is a problem. Like, they don't like that it's there. So they don't like you going there and coming back.
That's definitely for security reasons. It's 100% a national security reason for why they took that piece of land and haven't given it back.
Yeah. But yeah, so and then Gold Coast, we're coming March.
Yeah, we are coming.
So far.
Yeah, we.
For those that aren't aware, my wife is due late January.
Yeah. Starting to think that's not we.
First weekend of March.
That is not a we trip.
We'll see. We actually had to go have because of
the
other thing that's going on in the background that we can't announce.
So much happening, guys.
October we'll probably announce it.
Yes.
We had to actually go sit down and be like, so this has happened.
Yeah.
This is probably going to happen. Help.
Yeah. I need reinforcements.
Yeah. We need, yes.
You're going to need reinforcements anyway.
Yeah, but it was
you
just like
want to know that.
It's just a formal, like, I didn't want to just be like expectation.
100%, of course.
Like, okay. So
of course.
This is the situation we're in. This is what we think is going to happen. We're going to need...
First grandkid though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to get all the...
No.
Oh, second.
Fuck. Yeah.
You're going to get all the treatment.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Why did I even ask that? I knew already.
Yeah.
But you still get the treatment because there's not many.
Correct.
Yeah, it's like, it's like, oh, it's our 10th grandchild. It's like, okay, by now.
I think it's rough. It's a rough thing to say, but I think there might be a difference mum to daughter.
Oh, yeah,
as well.
Always.
Like, if you're the mum and your daughter's having a kid, it's like that's different to your son's having a kid too.
Yeah, of course. Come out of the same hybrid oven.
And it's like you're going through the same thing.
Same genetic oven.
Yeah, and like you don't like the daughter-in-law. Where's the boundary?
Yeah.
It's like, whereas like,
you don't get,
it's my daughter.
Maybe you can't enjoy it as much, the process or whatever.
Yeah.
Or connect. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different challenge.
Well, either way, let's hope that it gives you guys some good preferential treatment.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So I can go to Queensland.
That's it. Yeah, for our sake.
Yes, and hang out.
It'll be a very disorganised trip if I'm in charge.
Jess runs it all now anyway. Good old Voldemort. She's got it covered.
There we go. Hey, we didn't say... Did we talk about Jess on the other podcast?
We didn't. Yeah, I did. I said we'll train it.
Yeah. She made you do the photo shoot.
Twice. With 2 mentions. Stay tuned for Wednesday's episode, Jess. You get 2 mentions. What do you think outside of programming, nutrition, that everyone spends all of their time on?
Yeah.
Outside of those two things, because we got the skills pillar this week.
Yeah.
But we will talk about training skills another time because we have the intensive coming up, which is all about business.
Yep.
Face-to-face coach.
Mm-hmm.
Top three skills outside of those two.
Coaching.
What does that mean?
The ability to communicate with your client effectively.
Yeah.
That's really, if you put coaching in a nutshell, right? It's like
communicating,
building relationships.
Mm-hmm.
The forging of your relationship and how you communicate would be the next, the first skill that I would think about outside of training and stuff. Are these like technical skills, like for the benefit of the client or the business?
Just any skill you think you need.
Oh,
let's say 6-figure coach, like hashtag, bruh.
Coaching, because that's like how you get outcomes and how you keep the client.
Yeah.
Right. So you need to be very good at that. Is money a skill? Like finance is a skill?
Yeah, I was going to say budgeting.
Yeah. Well, I think money management. Money management, because like, we've talked countless stories of like, even when we made like heaps, mainly you, even when you made a lot, kind of like still came out the other side with the same as when you made very little.
Yeah.
So it's like that's a skill that you don't get taught, like how to manage money and like the difference between personal and business income and what should be left aside for the business. And I've had even conversations, friends are just like, how much do you make? We just kind of like get a bit pissed and start telling each other like what we actually make.
Yeah.
And I was like, but like I make this much, but like my business costs me this much to run it. And they were like, that doesn't count. And I'm like, it does count.
Yeah,
it's like your wage
end up in my pocket.
Yeah, like your wage is just like your business has taken all of that.
Yeah,
all of that out of what you actually earn them.
Yeah,
and then they pay you that. So if you make 100K, like you probably cost the business like more than that, like 120, 130.
Yeah.
So
and you probably make 500.
Correct. You're probably making them whatever. So I think like that is really important because if you don't have some form of financial stability, like your future in fitness is got an expiry date on it. What would I do next? You said 3, right?
Yeah.
Skill wise, I don't know if it's a skill, but it's like foreshadowing. Not foreshadowing. Sorry, it's like seeing into the future.
Yep.
So like maybe like goal setting and vision. So it's like and I'm still. I still need to work on this myself. People get caught up in the moment and ride the wave of the moment until the wave is no longer able to be ridden.
Yeah.
And by that time, then they need to catch another wave, but it's like the time to So it's like if you're always like, even when things are going well, like you see it with the coach that's like got all the clients and they stop posting on social media.
Yeah.
And then you can tell when they need more clients.
Yeah.
Because like the social... Yeah, it's like every second day there's a post on there. It's this person needs more clients. Like when you're aware of these things, like you just know, right? Yeah. It's like, all right, last intake, the minimum turns up.
Yeah.
50% of them dropped off. We need 50% more clients, right?
Yeah.
So foreshadowing like the vision of the business, like, it's just like, are you going to be online coaching only at the moment? Are you in the gym at the moment? What does that look like? Like what's the business look like? Where's the industry going? What are the demands and needs of the client go? Like, are you guys moving with, is your business moving towards that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think like having that vision is really important. So you don't get left behind, because you can get left behind, like, just with like the session trainer.
Yeah.
It's like they're making heaps and they're pumping out sessions, but there's no evolution.
Do you think that's you're a one or the other? Because it's interesting. Like we look at our roles. That's my job.
Yeah, no.
Here's the vision.
So when I said I'm still working on it, it's because I don't have to.
Yeah.
I mean, I still work on it, but not to the capacity that like. So sometimes, like when you and I have conversations, I'm just like, wow, like, I
didn't think about that.
Well, just like, how do you think that way?
Yeah.
But then I'm like, do you think that way because you are like you think that way because you have to?
Yeah, but I also get into a thing that ends up like the campaigns. First campaign, let's go. Second campaign, I hate this. You know what I mean? It's just like that repetition stuff. I'm like, ugh. That's boring to me.
Yeah.
Where your skill set is, this is my task for the week.
It's process orientated.
If that's repeatable,
yeah,
I eat it up.
Yeah. I guess you can be process orientated.
Personality trait.
Yeah. I think at some point you can still even if let's say no one else existed, I would have to develop the skills of establishing vision and goal setting and spending time making sure those things lined up though.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, even if you were poor at it, you would still want to have some form of structure and a framework to be able to line those things up. So you don't get caught in the gym just doing the same shit. We talk about the 5-10 year trainer who's so experienced, but they're only experienced at doing sessions. So they do the same experience it's the same task, it's the same place, the same environment. And it's would that person have moved along a bit further in their development and their journey as a business if they thought about what's next rather than just getting hung up on what's going on inside it.
Yeah, I'd agree with all of those because I think... So before we keep going, I just want to give you guys a little message about our Standout PT program. So Standout PT has been designed for personal trainers who want to sustain a long-term career in fitness, but right now they're sick of chasing clients, they're not making enough time for money, and they're super frustrated with the results that they're getting in their business, and they can't see themselves being here in 3 to 5 years' time. If you want to know more about the Standout PT program, head to stcfitlearning.com, head to programs, and all the details are there, and you can book in your free exploration call where we can have a look and see whether or not that would actually be a suitable program for where your business is at right now. And back to the episode. I think if you're good at communication, relationship building, rapport, coaching, that's sales.
Yeah.
That's all that is. If you can make a phone call based on the intent of building a relationship with someone.
I didn't say sales, did I?
Yeah, but I don't... that's the 4 that... If there was 4, sales was probably the third one. But I think if you're good at... If you have the skill of...
If you're a good coach, you're
relationship
a good communicator.
building...
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Someone's going to want to come and sit down with you. And then when they do sit down with you, you're going to show genuine care and empathy and build that.
Free-flowing.
And that's going to get you sales. And that's... When we teach sales, that's what we teach. And then we also teach... reach model, communication
coaching framework,
It's just it's the same thing, which is what I think a lot of people miss. It's not fucking put my hand on your knee and ask you about when your dog died, and then
make you feel sad.
Touch you on the knee later on to make you feel sad about something else. It's not necessarily about. Well, I heard a good one during the week though. To be honest,
tell me
a good little, a good trick.
Can you share it?
People are. Generally, people will run away. People will run from what they're scared of more than they'll run to what they're attracted to.
Yeah.
So using the line was which we don't do much because it's uncomfortable, is what would it look like if you don't? Yeah. So if you don't do Standout PT and 6 months from now, your habits and behaviors are still exactly the same as they are now, you won't be in the same spot. You'll be in a worse spot.
Yeah.
How are you going to feel about that? What would that feeling be worth to you to not have?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if we do it and you're making 6 figures and you're doing this and you're doing this, you're oh.
I don't know if that's a good sales tactic.
It's a great sales tactic.
Oh,
it's just how comfortable you are in doing it.
Yeah. I think that's a good coaching tactic.
I think it's
things aren't going.
I think it's
great.
Worthwhile to ask the question.
But that's motivational. It's kind of like a hybrid of motivational interviewing, right? It's
what's the cost?
Yeah.
Which again is communication.
What's the benefit to doing X and what's the detriment to doing X, and trade those things off, and you kind of see where you're at motivationally. So we use some bits and pieces from Jordan Peterson's self-authoring program. So he has a future and past authoring in that, and it's 3 hours or something, right about what you don't want to happen in your life. Things that are non-negotiables that you're not willing to accept and shit. And fuck, man, it changes. It's pretty cool, actually.
Changes how you see the world.
How you would.
Yeah, I need to do it
5 years later. What did we do it 5 years ago?
Yeah.
It's about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I just want, You have to. I've still got 2 dogs in the house. your situation's changed.
Yeah, mine was, I don't know if I want children.
Mine's, I still have small calves. Still have 2 dogs. Actually, I only had 1 dog at 30.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know if I want children, and now we're 18 weeks pregnant. Yeah. Changes.
Sure does.
So yeah, I think it is useful because people never think about it.
Yeah.
Because it's like people only. There's 2 things that people get wrong.
What don't they think about?
So don't think about the cost of not doing something. So I think in a sales environment, if you think of it from what's going to get the best buy-in and action in the first month from this person, asking them, what will it be like if you don't, is actually valuable to them as much as it's uncomfortable. Because people don't actually think about that. So what happens if you just do sessions for the next 6 months?
Yeah. Stay in the same spot.
You know what I mean? Like, what's the cost of that? I'll probably be burnt out. Because it's not just it'll be the same.
No, because you'll lose some.
You'll start to get burnt out. You'll start to resent clients. You'll start to lose the fun that you're having with personal training. Like,
lose sessions, not sure how to replace them, more stress,
Yeah.
more anguish, less fulfillment.
So asking that question is valuable. So it makes sense to ask it of a client as well. It's like, okay, so if you just keep being on and off again, what does that look like in a year from now, and 2 years from now, when you're still doing the same bullshit?
Yeah.
Versus if you come and do this. So that's, I think, a worthwhile question. I think you can ask it in a non-sleazy way.
You can do all of that.
Yeah, like I wouldn't do it right before the price presentation, and if someone said no, I wouldn't be like, now, Jason.
Yeah.
You told me that if you didn't do standout PT, that there's a chance you'll be out of the industry in 12 months. So what are we going to do today to get this over the line?
Oh, that just me. That part just at the end, to get this over the line, that makes me fucking... Because that's like the generic to get this over the line.
Do you want to know my actual line in that situation?
I feel like when you say get this over the line, when someone asks how you doing, you're living the dream. That's, like those.
It's the same guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to not saying his name, but you know who I mean. Do you want to know my actual line?
Yeah.
When I get that? Is because they're PTs, so it's much easier, right? So sales 101, can't let you leave because there's a 95% chance you don't come back.
Yeah.
If you go think about it, you're not going to come back.
Yeah, of course.
So what needs to happen? That's it.
That's genuine, though.
That's it. It is. And it's backed by hard facts. 95%. I don't know. It's a good number, though.
It's made up. So when we do the intensive, I'll just start throwing out random figures.
I've not asked, we're talking about ask one more question. I've not asked one more question if that's true.
Yeah. Probably need to do some market research on that.
It definitely was in membership sales, and I've just kept the same stat.
I got my hard facts for my projections for like calls and sessions and stuff, just based anecdotally off like the coaches.
Yeah.
Like, so if you call 4 people, how many answer? This is like 1. I'm like, all right, so it has to be 25%.
Yeah. Yeah, done.
It's just hard facts.
Market research, hours and hours. Yeah, so if you can build relationships, then you can probably sell.
Yeah.
And if you do authentic sales, it's the same thing. Budgeting, managing finances. Most personal trainers, a very high percentage of personal trainers that leave the fitness industry leave based on money. They'll tell you it's for 4,000 other reasons, but it's based on income.
Yeah.
This is too hard for the money that I make.
Yeah. It's not fulfilling enough as well if you're not making cash.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You feel like a failure the whole time because you're not making enough money. Everything's compounding.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. You have the week where 6 people leave and you just never come back from it.
Yeah. It's
a rough week. And it happens to everyone.
It's a rough week.
Yeah, it is.
And it'll happen more than once.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that's really, really important. Actually having savings takes the pressure off that. Looking at finance through a larger lens as well. What's happened over a quarter? What's happened over a year? What happened this quarter last year? Like, we would have fucking been burying ourselves in the ground last quarter if we didn't have the other data to go back to and be like, oh, this is not.
Yeah. Just throwing mud at the wall.
Yeah. So that's definitely the next one. And then what was the third one you said? Vision. Yeah. So actually having
coaching,
some kind
finances,
of idea where
vision.
you want your business to go. Yeah. I like that one.
I don't know if it's a skill, but
yeah, I've been musing on the topic of deliberate time to think.
Yeah.
I know it sounds a little bit lame, But
The staring at the wall thing?
I haven't done that yet. I might do it this weekend.
I keep
'cause Amy's
forget.
away.
I just forget.
Me too.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like, what am I going to do today? Staring at a wall doesn't pop up.
I stare at I do it with the fire a little bit. If we're just sitting around the fire, I try and
That's kind of
get rid of
same.
my phone.
Does it have to have something that's not moving? Is that the benefit?
I think
of
the
it,
idea
or?
is there's no input. Yeah.
So you're not, because I know for me, I'd look at the flame and be like, oh, there's a big one, there's a little one.
Yeah,
This one's
It's
really
distracting.
Yeah, this
It's
one's
still a
like orange.
distraction.
This one's yellow. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Simple
I bet you that
mind.
part catches first.
yeah, simple
Yeah.
mind, right? Yeah.
So, how many people, and for yourself, I always make the joke, 3 a.m. Ben will get back to you.
Yeah.
And or I like send a message the next day. I'm like, 3 a.m. yesterday, I thought of this.
Yeah.
And how many people do you hear say in the shower? I was in the
Oh,
shower.
we were going to talk
and-
about this last week and we never got to it.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I said most of my ideas happen in the shower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's no distractions. Can't get to your phone.
Yeah.
You're just actually present with yourself.
I get those ideas when I go
For a
grocery
minute.
shopping as well. So maybe I'm just not
That's
present.
random.
Yeah, I get really good ideas when I'm at the supermarket.
Mm.
It's probably because I don't absorb.
I just hate
The super-
everybody, so
yeah.
I'm just like,
Yeah, I'm here for food.
there's this black
Yeah.
cloud floating through the supermarket.
There's too many
Stay
people.
the fuck out my way.
There's just too many people. I just like shut myself off.
Insula. Yeah. But I think there's real benefit to that.
Yeah.
So we obviously structure it within Standout, where we do it every 12 weeks, and that'll be the opening part of the intensive. It's like there's no point doing 2 days of workshops if you don't even know where the fuck you want your business to be.
Yeah. It's really interesting because I've been like listening to podcast. I've got a speaker,
Yeah.
so I've been listening to podcasts in the shower.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Stop
that's
that.
not a good idea.
Stop that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm.
Yeah, for the sake of our business, stop that.
Yeah. when we got
Yeah.
our new couches, and it meant that there was a couch back in the TV room,
Yeah.
we kind of fell into old habits of having dinner, watch a show,
Yeah.
not transition into reading or just sitting around or whatever.
Yeah.
And I definitely noticed
Yeah.
the
it's,
increased level of input meant way less creative energy.
Yeah. I think about shit when I'm doing like monotonous tasks.
Yeah.
So if I'm like cooking,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, that's a great idea. Like I found another layer to the exercise selection
Yeah, cool.
just from like making dinner.
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting
but
though.
It's like how many more of those could you make with no input?
If you're so I put that post up like all my content ideas this week are about telling you not to consume my content. It's like get off shit.
Yeah. It's just it's to get off the medium where the message lies.
Yeah, and now I'm like, how often when you're cooking do you put on a podcast to distract you that then you're taking that information in instead of cooking, where you could have had an idea or you could have problem solved subconsciously
Or
about
not burnt the
something.
chicken or something.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm going to say that on a podcast and say don't listen to a podcast while you cook, but
Yeah.
keep listening to the podcast.
Listen to this one.
Yeah.
Don't listen to
Two a
others.
week. Be on the gym floor and
Yeah. Barbells and banter.
thank you. It's been a week.
See, we just lean on each
It's
other.
been a
when we
week.
need to.
Now, if you go to online,
Yep.
what are the new ones you need? I've had a few consults about people that have full books, and they're like, I want to go online. What do I need to do? What's the new skill you need?
The new one.
What other?
Do you already have those?
Yeah. So say you're successful in the gym, because we like that first. We
Yeah.
like people to have done,
You need to be super sane at coaching.
yeah. So you need to be a really good coach.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that communication dial just turns up even further.
yeah. Yeah, I think
Do you know
you're...
what I mean?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do. Yeah, I do. Because you got to like have this intuition and degree of understanding of the person that you're working with to kind of gauge where they're at.
Mhm.
So if you're a poor communicator, you don't have a strong relation. If you don't have a strong relationship and you're a poor communicator, like you're just someone who like gives somebody a workout.
Yeah.
And they're not there because they enjoy you and the process, and the client experience is poor. So I think there's another level of coach. You need to be a coach within the online space, because then it's like not competitive. Like we talk about differentiation.
Yeah.
And I kind of put a whole tile on a whole slide at the weekend intensive about differentiation. And it's like, if you don't differentiate, and I would argue that, yeah, branding and messaging and that stuff is really important. Like you get attracted to the results, the personality, and whatever of the coach, but you stay for the relationship. It's like, they come for the information, stay for the banter. It's kind of like that. Your ability to coach is that. Yeah. So if you don't have it, it's like they'll just go to another coach. They'll just get another program off someone. Yeah. They're kind of like, So I think that, there's just a layer to that that's, there's just a level to that, that you need to ascend to. Online, though, systems is not a skill, though, right?
Yeah. I think it is.
Yeah, I think there's
a lot of people that just do shit.
Yeah, you have to have a systematic approach, and you probably should have that beforehand. But if you're doing the others, it's like you're kind of doing all right. Yeah. It's just like you don't have a thing to scale. You don't have a.
Well, I think you can do 40 sessions without a system.
Yeah, so that's what you've got. Before
you can't have 40 online clients.
The skills before that, aren't scalable.
Yeah.
So you can have 30 people doing one service, which is face-to-face PT.
Yep.
But I think once you move to the online space and you want more clients, or you want to keep your face-to-face and be the hybrid coach, you need to have a system-based mentality. Yeah. And because it's like it needs to be repetitive, it needs to be consistent, it needs to be a high quality, it needs to be automatic, or automated to a degree.
Yeah.
And if you don't have those things, it's like minimum term. Your retention's going to be quite poor. Your ability to get results is probably going to be
either repeated. That or you're working even more.
Well, yeah, and
defeats the purpose of online coaching.
You're going to burn out and whatever. So systems would be definitely one of those. Your product will be shit too. Like if it's just it's just like I'd send a WhatsApp for a check-in whenever. It's like and you just. Set questions. Just be shit. So the service would suck. So what did I say? Systems, level up on coaching, online coach. Can we go back to technical skills or we can't?
No. Fuck. There's one more absolutely critical one.
What does it start with?
M.
I'm out.
Marketing.
Oh, yeah. Fuck. Of course. Yeah, marketing. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. You have to be good at marketing to work in a gym. 3,000 people there.
Yeah, and you've got the uniform. The uniform's the marketing and your ability to have a conversation.
So putting online personal trainer in your bio.
Yeah,
ain't it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, not sorry, but marketing's huge.
Yeah.
Yep.
Coming back to both. We've identified technical skills being training. So inside training, you've got movement assessment, progression regression models, programming.
Yep.
That's kind of it. Like everything else falls under those categories.
Yeah, that's it.
And then nutrition to whatever level that you are qualified to do within your scope.
Yeah.
Do you think, now, just be very fucking clear, we don't mean that they don't matter, but do you think the 3 skills you named, communication, budgeting, what's the third one? Planning. Vision and planning.
Yeah.
Do you think you're more likely to succeed being good at programming and nutrition, not good at the other 3? Or good at those 3 and not good at programming and nutrition?
I think both scenarios have a ceiling.
Yep.
And I think the ceiling is lower on just being a technically proficient coach at programming and training, only because your catchment of prospects is significantly more limited.
Yeah. I think if you look at the market, the amount of
and your growth potential as a business is limited as well, because you don't have that vision.
Yeah.
If you're poor with your finances, it's like, that's like we spoke about, this expiry date is kind of like much closer.
Yeah.
And you're you know what it is, if you're poor at finances, your decision to stay in the industry isn't a choice anymore. You're being forced out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like I didn't like PT. Most people who didn't like PT probably just didn't. And they just ran a shit business and they were tired.
Yeah.
Because like we always ask the question, if you make 150K a year, like, would it be shit?
Yes.
Like what other job can you do what we do? Or what other career can you come into? And it's like, we do all this stuff and have all the perks.
Yeah.
And make the money we make. So it's just hard to get there.
Yeah.
And then, what I say, in coaching, like, being relatable and having good relationships and stuff. Like, then the reason I know there's people out there that are going to, obviously, like, disagree, but you can only go so far with technical ability because people either have to know or align with that. Like we talked about, like they like the person that's smart.
Yeah.
But it's like if you can't show that, if you can't relate to this person, if you're poor at like kind of solving problems and selling, which we kind of said you'd be better at that if you were coachable and you had vision and all that, then you're going to have less clients. You're going to get great results with them. That's not saying you're a bad coach.
Yeah.
That's just saying your capacity to run a business and its potential to grow and scale is heavily limited. So
I would also argue it'd be interesting to see the best programmer versus the best communicator with a downloaded program.
in a face-to-face gym, the best communicator will win.
I think results-wise as well. That's what the point I'm getting to, not business. I think like client outcomes, best programmer who's shit at communication, who's just like, do this because I said, and then next week do it better. Like that guy.
Yeah, and that got like some of them have that like God complex, like you spoke about in the other podcasts. Like I'm better than you, so just listen to me. Yeah.
So that versus great motivator, great communicator, great at empathy, great at relationship building, all of that.
Yeah.
And here's a program I downloaded off the internet.
Just work hard and do it. You'll win.
They'll win.
Yeah.
In outcomes.
Yeah, because it's like if you can get someone to that situation where it's like, they'll run through a brick wall. It's like it doesn't matter what brick wall. It's like they run through it. They're getting something from it, right? Like,
I've heard someone say that about junior. I think it was like American football.
Yeah,
it's like up to college, strategy doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's all work
You
ethic.
just need the kids to be willing to run through a brick wall for the coach.
Yeah,
and if you have that, done.
Yeah.
Like you win.
I would argue for the first 12 months of fitness, like providing you don't hurt the person, like it's the same.
Yeah.
Like you just need them to show up to the gym and work hard with what you've given them.
Yeah, it depends what outcomes you determine to be successful too, right? Like if you want to get phenomenal results with people and that's what you're passionate about, that's what gives you fulfillment and all of that, 100%. Your determination of what success is going to be your own, and that is an important distinction to make. However, if your measurement is ability to make a career and an income, like Caleb Ritzline's programs aren't amazing. Just make more than all of us.
Yeah.
I don't know what James Smith's programs are like, but I assume they're probably not as detailed as ours. And he openly says, I'm not a good, I'm not an amazing personal trainer compared to the people I hang out with. Yeah. In terms of the technical skills. Yeah. He's got 20 coaches. Yeah.
He's killing it.
And 1 million subs on every platform. Yeah. So it's like, and I think what's interesting, because of the people we hang out with, because we are nerds and we do like that stuff and we do like doing it with our clients and it is fulfilling for us and it's not just about money. I think reflecting on that enough to realize it fucking matters for a lot of people that probably listen to us is really important.
Yeah. I think our way of communicating too is through figuring shit out though. Yeah. But that doesn't mean your clients care. Yeah. So if you're like one of those, because I'm just trying to play advocate for the pitchforks that are coming, right? So we are just as passionate as anyone who's getting butthurt about this conversation being good at the job. Yeah. We spent how many hours, money, time figuring shit out.
I have a 600, at least 500 page book written on strength training.
Yeah. And it's like we communicate with our peers and have those conversations and they're fun and fulfilling. Yeah. Your clients don't care. Yeah. Most of them don't. Yeah. And it's like being a good communicator.
Even some of our peers don't.
Yeah. Well, it's like the whiteboard trainer is a great communicator to the person. The message is easy, simple, effective, transparent, free-flowing both ways, good dynamic, whatever. That person can be smart and effective and good at their job and whatever, but just have those conversations with a different circle is what I'm trying to say is like you don't have to
don't stop doing it, just stop talking about it on Instagram.
It's like Jason then said, like, I gotta get better at this stuff. Like you have to be fantastic at your job, exceptional. Yeah. But it's to deliver the outcome for the coach, for the client, and then you have to be really good at forging good relationships with that client, which probably are simplifying really complex tasks and majoring in minors in some instances for people. leaving the ego there at the door and stuff, and kind of just making sure that you guys are both on the same page all the time.
Yeah. What's up, guys? Another quick break. I just wanted to jump in and remind you guys about the STC Fit Learning Mentorship. Now, our mentorship's been running since about 2016, where we've developed trainers through their first year of business in personal training and allowed them to leapfrog the first 5 years of mistakes that we made. If you're currently studying, looking to finish in the next month or so, or you're looking for someone to help you out with mentoring and all that kind of stuff, jump on, have a look at the details for the mentorship at stcfitlearning.com. Head to programs and mentorship, and all the details are there. And you can come and be an STC Fit coach for an entire year. Includes all of our education and direct mentoring from our head coaches. Back to the episode. I went through our company values this week.
Yeah.
And one of them was excellence.
Yeah.
So everything we do will be the best that we can possibly do it.
Yeah.
That's our goal at all times. So that's servicing the client, good programs, good software. Anything we try and do it to the best of our possible ability. Mm. Then the next one was, what was the word? Prosperity.
Yeah.
For us and our clients, we're always to aim to prosper and will not accept survival.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to have those. I think that's important, right? I think that is when we talk about writing company values and figuring out your own and stuff, having those two values, having this conversation, we're like walking that line now.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, you have to be fucking awesome at what you do, but you also have to make some money.
Yeah.
And prosper as well. And whatever prosper means to you, prosper might mean working 4 hours a day. That's fine.
Yeah.
Whatever prospering, because that's why we said for us and clients.
Yeah.
It's like whatever outcome they want, we're delivering it. Yeah, I think that's a really important distinction.
Yeah.
So what I've been...
So going back to the two scenarios, right?
Yeah.
So the person that beats everyone is the one that has both.
Correct.
So just
if
you sit on either side, I'm a great communicator.
Yeah.
I'm good with my finances. I have good vision, or even sub fractions of those. Make yourself technically fantastic.
Yeah, make the product better.
Yeah, and then if you're a technically amazing coach, very well knowledge and experienced in the technical sides of things, learn small business.
Yeah.
We say it all the time. The sooner you take the ego death and learn the things that you think you don't need to know because you've got a university degree and you're smart and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
The person that does, who's exactly the same as you, they're going to kill it way faster than you. Yeah. They are. It's guaranteed. They're just a more evolved and complete version of you.
I just said
from a business perspective.
I just said something that I found interesting. God complex. I said make your product better.
Yeah.
I actually think, early in my career, I probably looked at my coaching more as an identity, an extension of my identity than I did as a product.
Yeah.
And it blinds you.
Yeah.
Of when you just separate it from yourself and say, this is the thing that I sell. You can call it a service, but service gives this ongoing thing. It's like, but what's the product?
Exchange of value.
Yeah, what do you actually sell to people? What do they actually get? Yeah. Being able to isolate yourself from that and isolate it from everything in any, I'm going to work with them for 12 months, whatever. It's like, no. What's the thing? Allows you then to look at it and go, well, the programming is amazing, but the support shit, or vice versa.
How you serve them.
Yeah.
Is very, very diverse.
Yeah.
Broad.
Yeah.
And we heavily go into that at the intensive.
Yeah.
So if that's not enough to get your tickets, get your fucking tickets.
Quick. They're nearly gone. So here's where I'm at now with this conversation, right? We spoke in the Fit Pod, it comes out Wednesday, about the 2 years of just disgusting workouts that we did.
Yep.
Force negatives, 21s,
drop sets,
loaded stretches, drop sets, you name it, we did it. 2-a-days, fucking everything. Ice bars after training before they were cool.
Yeah, 9 grams of H&B with 50 grams of dextrose first workout.
What was I having? 4.5 grams per kilo of protein, steak and nut breakfast, no carbs with fats. Didn't fuck it. We've done it all, guys. Done it all. all of that taught us that when we walk in the door of the gym now, it's not autopilot, but it's there.
Yep.
That skill set is always there. I wonder the 2 years I spent trying to figure out our strength programming model and how to quantify all the stuff that we quantify, and then the exercise selection, and then breaking down how lifts break down and being able to interpret that and systemize it and be able to write it all down on a piece of paper and say, this is how I coach people. Now I'm sitting here going, if I was to have a personal trainer sit down with me who was 12 months in and had clients, I would lean towards learn as much about human behavior as you possibly can.
Yeah.
But is that biased because the product, the hard skills, are already there for me?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, human behaviors kind of sits in the coaching realm for me.
Yeah.
It's just another layer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we went
well, it's marketing and coaching.
It's like how to have a conversation.
The umbrella for that.
You could layer coaching as like how to have a conversation and set boundaries. And then the next layer is like being intuitive and understanding your client without them talking to you from a behavioral perspective, like, observing, which you need to be good at from an online coach perspective. Because we talk about like just changing tone, language, like, just writing, in frequencies and check-ins and stuff, like you've got to be intuitive to that it's different. And then you're talking about like complex understanding of human behavior. Yeah. So that's like fucking Super Saiyan 3 coaching ability. So I think you can look at it from that perspective. Yeah. It's like that's an evolution of your ability to coach someone.
Yeah. So it's probably not one or the other first. It's a needs analysis of where your strengths and weaknesses are.
Yeah, I even think hard skills, like, they don't necessarily need to be always developed. They need to be sharpened. So you and I still need to sharpen our skills, our tools, so they get blunt. Yeah. You think, you think about all the shit that we do and think about. It's fucked up.
I don't want to.
Yeah. So there's things that get missed. Yeah. It's not that we don't know them. Yeah. We've forgotten them. Yeah. So I'm...
well, they operate subconsciously at least.
Yeah, so I'm 75% sure I'm going to do this nutrition mentorship strictly for hypertrophy optimization. Yeah. So it's like in the fucking weeds, and it's a layer on the hypertrophy mentorship that I did a couple of years ago. Yeah. So it kind of like leans into all the stuff we talked about, standout, and like how my programming model and how I see, why I select exercise, whatever. I'm 100%, not 100%, but it's highly likely I'm going to walk into this and be told shit that I already know. Yeah. But I know that there's going to be things that I don't do, things that I don't tell my clients to do, and I'm going to walk out of it even just with a system or something to add to my system, and that's that sharpening of the tool.
It's front of mind again.
Correct. Yeah. And it's like I'll take what I need in terms of value, and there's probably going to be some new cool shit that I don't know about. It's like someone's asked the question, someone's proved it with, research and evidence. So I can now use that to hone and sharpen these tools and apply them to my client. Yeah. Yeah. So I think all of them is like, I think once you think you've clocked it, it's like, it's a dangerous place.
I agree.
Like I'm definitely, like, I think there becomes a point when you become an experienced coach where you don't need to go to the personal development workshops as frequently. Like, there's only so many times you can get taught energy balance, biomechanics, what a squat looks like. Like, you definitely need to immerse yourself in those, like, for a while. Yeah. But then after that, I think there's just like every now and then you just need to either revise to continue to sharpen the tool, or like you just need to learn little intricate things because you become like this really specialist. Yeah. Like, this is a very niche topic that I'm learning. It's literally nutrition to optimize hypertrophy. There's no other discussion about anything. Yeah. So I think, evolution of coaching, evolution of like hard skills is like, it just becomes really complex and intricate.
Yeah. So and that's the same, right? Like, it's learn to train someone without hurting them. Learn to train someone to get better outcomes. Then learn to train someone for a very specific outcome and become a specialist.
And then all you do is learn very intricate skill sets within those outcomes.
And then, do you add another layer so you have more specialties, or do you become even more specialist at the thing? So I've gone the layers more so than anything else.
Yeah, where I've done the...
Yeah, just a hyper focus.
all the eggs in one basket.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and then, so I think the needs analysis thing is important. So it's like, what are the strengths and weaknesses of you in the overall picture now, and what will give you the best benefit, and then pursue that. Because I think most people are just unconscious of it.
Yeah.
That was like the take home from the episode I wanted, was just to be conscious about the content that you consume.
Yeah.
Like, if you like a celebrity coach, go to their workshop. We did. I don't care. I paid Charles Pollock with $900 and he fucking rocked up with no resources.
Yeah, we just sat there and he yelled at me.
Yeah, it's like...
for calling him out in different types of H&B.
Yeah, yeah. That? It had no bearing on...
I didn't walk out of
what
that
we were going to take to our clients, right?
Yeah.
But it was fun, and I can say that I saw
just made me want to take anabolics.
Yeah, basically.
I mean 9 grams of H&B. Sorry.
So, I'm not... Sometimes I think maybe I come across as I'm discouraging that stuff, and I'm not. But I just think people need to be more conscious of what they're doing, because you get caught up in what all of your mates are doing and what other PTs are doing, and you think, like, to be the best personal trainer, I need to be able to write the fucking Krebs cycle on a whiteboard.
Yeah.
Fuck, you don't... I did okay. I'm still doing okay.
Yeah.
And I couldn't tell you the steps of the Krebs cycle right now.
You're such a piece of shit.
I'm a fucking shit coach, bro. Fuck, no good.
You can't write the stages of the Krebs cycle. I gave 2 of my clients the same program. We fucking suck.
You shit blokes. Shit blokes, shit trainers. Just turn the episode off now. So, I think if you want to go geek out on it the same way that you would buy a ticket to a comedy show. Because you like comedy. If you like training and you're interested in training and the celebrity coach is coming and cool, I'll go. Maybe I'll learn some stuff that'll spin off to my clients. But don't sell it to yourself that it's just for your PT business.
Yeah, but even if it is, it's like there's so many other things that you have to do as well.
Yeah. And that's where the needs analysis thing comes in. It's like, don't be like, I ticked off my personal developments this month because I went and saw someone tell me how to squat for the 18th time.
Yeah.
And I already know how to do that, but I don't know the fundamentals of fucking communication. I don't know what a reach model is.
Yeah.
Like...
Or I have no skills with money, or I have no vision. I don't know how to set goals. I don't know I've got no systems. Like, what people don't realize is their personal development when they run a small business, which is what 95% of all personal training businesses are, whether it's face-to-face or online or hybrid, is the personal development from a hard skills perspective is like half of it. Yeah. But they think it's whole.
Yeah. And
then they'll get to a roadblock, whether it's sooner or later, where their scalability or just their growth potential has been capped. Yeah. Because they're only going to be able to attract so many people because they're good at their job. And then it's like, well, what do I do next? Like, how do I move in the online space? No one knows I'm good at my job. I don't know how to market myself. I don't know how to take on 10 clients at once. I don't know how to work with 30 online clients and 15 to 20 face-to-face clients. Like, I don't have any of the capacity to do that. Yeah. So it's that awareness that comes from that needs analysis, and obviously being here on this podcast, listening to this podcast, that we're all for the hard skills and being the best. Yeah. Because we pride ourselves on how good we are at our jobs, that the hard skills of being coaches. But we know that if you learn all of these other things, you'll develop way faster than we did, which is why we're here. And you'll be able to choose like what you get to do. Your opportunities in the industry become very broad. Yeah. And reachable. Yeah. Yeah.
Valuable. Like it.
Very powerful conversation if you're still here.
Hopefully. Just fuck these guys. They turned off when you said you gave 2 clients the same program.
Yeah.
How long was that, Sam?
I lost all my credibility. That's perfect.
Have you started reading yet?
No. When?
Yeah, true. Yeah. I'm down this huge rabbit hole of like this behavioral stuff at the moment. It's really cool.
I absorb a lot of... I am obsessed with YouTube, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. What do you watch though? Just entertainment? It's fine if you do.
War history.
War stuff, yeah.
bombs are made, what the sixth generation fighter jet's going to look like, and the technology it has.
Yep.
And then it's just like, bro chat.
Yeah.
It's bodybuilding.
Just golf.
Who's going to win the Texas Pro? Like,
by the time I watch Flagrant, Rick, maybe a Peter Finch video.
It's high up there for me.
Yeah. I'm struggling at the moment because there's no Formula 1. Because that's like, what's that, like 6 hours
Premier
of
League
TV?
just come back too. So,
Did you watch the Tildas during the week?
yeah, I did. The Tillies.
Yeah. Cultural moment.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, I'm very harsh on, I wanted to give them a shout out on the other podcast because, like, I don't think people understand, like, the magnitude of us reaching the semi-finals of a World Cup in any sport.
Yeah.
Outside of cricket.
Yeah.
Name when we've ever, and it's like, the Olympics, whatever. It's like a tournament, a World Cup. It's like, it's huge.
We don't finish top 4 in the Olympics, though, do we?
No, I don't think so. But it's like we win gold medals and shit. And people just think, like we're good at sport. It's a really, really, really amazing feat, and it's like the most watched sporting event in Australian history.
Yeah, it's
like,
pretty wild.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty
biggest
cool.
since Freeman's 400 meters.
Yeah. It's hard to. Obviously, I'm a very. I was spoiled as a child, growing up watching arguably one of the greatest football club teams of all time, Manchester United, play every week. So I have a very high standard when it comes to watching football.
Yeah.
So it's a bit hard to watch sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially tactically, but
yeah,
it's still a great achievement, and it was still awesome to watch. And like, we're not out of it. Like, we can come third. So it's like getting a bronze medal at a World Cup in soccer.
Yeah. It's pretty wild.
Yeah. And I would argue that if we had a World Cup for like AFL and shit, at some point, like, someone's going to beat us at it.
Oh, as soon as America decides to play.
Yeah, well, like, isn't that, I feel like that's partly why, like, it's a gate-kept sport.
Can you
like,
imagine 18 NBA players
Yeah.
that just played football since they were 12?
Yeah. It's a gate-kept sport. It's why they, like, introduce it to places where they, like, know that they're not going to beat us.
Yeah. It's over.
Let's go to the underprivileged places.
Yeah, where they can't afford to develop.
Yeah.
Fuck, yeah.
It's like, we'll verse you guys, but we'll kick a soccer ball, and we'll put some goals in there.
Yeah.
And we'll kind of, like...
Yeah, the only challenge with AFL is there's an innate... I think with American sport, it's my impression of it is it's very... Here's the thing on the whiteboard, go do the thing. You run here, you run there,
it's tactical.
You run here. It's very structured.
It's tactical.
Whereas AFL is not.
It's not. It doesn't have that degree of tactics.
There's a game style, there's a tactic, there's rules, but there's...
It's not that structured, though.
Yeah, to be... Like, because even... Like, I only played footy till I was 16.
Yeah.
If I sit in the stands at Etihad, that's now Marvel...
Yeah.
I know who's getting the ball 4 kicks before it happens.
Yeah.
Because that's how I watch football.
Yeah.
So if you are 18 and you come from college and you're a freak athlete, you're just like, ball somewhere.
Mm.
So, you'd have... The development time would be a challenge.
Yeah.
What's the gap in like that for soccer? How intuitive is that?
You would have to immerse yourself in football to understand the tactics of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because I feel like I've watched soccer and only got the interpretation from the commentators.
Yeah.
Something's going to happen, so they can see it.
I was telling
Steph
the whole first half, I'm like, they need to push the whole team forward because they're giving them too much time on the ball at the back.
Yep.
And they need to switch the play. What do they do in the second half? They
Yeah.
did that. They just defending was terrible. So all the goals came from a mistake in the defense.
Yeah. So
That's what happens when you play a good team.
How much of it is just pure athleticism versus
Oh no, you need a structure.
intuition of understanding the game?
Are you saying like individual ability will win the game over tactics?
So say who's like a Odell Beckham.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm done with NFL.
Could he go into another?
I'm going to keep getting hit in the head. So I'm going to go, say 5 years ago, one of the most impressive, most explosive athletes on the planet.
Mad dog.
I would imagine give him a soccer ball, give him 12 months.
Yeah.
He'd be pretty good.
Usain Bolt really good at soccer?
Probably is, yeah.
He wanted to play for Manchester United, but they were like, look, bro, come on, man. But like, I think he's pretty good.
Yeah. So say Odell, right? Change of direction, explosivity.
Yeah.
The receiver, wide receiver. You know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sauce.
Yeah, man.
So, no, you said like that's
he
and I was
plays
like,
for the Rams. He plays for the Rams. Yeah.
He's played everywhere.
Yeah.
Could he How long does he need to get good at soccer?
Well, that's that proficiency versus training age thing I was talking about in the other podcast.
Yeah.
It's like he's really proficient because he's like coordinated. He has like all these athletic properties that
Yeah.
can carry over to a degree.
Yeah.
So yeah, he would acclimate a lot faster than other people, or the chances of acclimation would be really high.
Yeah. So I think he could go to basketball and be good
100%.
in a season.
Most.
But I think if he came to play AFL, it would take 5 years.
Did you know that most NBA players wanted to be NFL players before they got into the NBA?
Makes sense.
Or high? Oh, sorry, not most. Like there's a high degree of them that played college football,
Mm.
and then they realized either they couldn't get in or like whatever, and then they played basketball and just these like superior athletes.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if I've said this already, but when I was at university, I had to write a journal. I've got to find this journal, and so it was in philosophy. So it was a philosophy of sport, and I wrote a journal on what was it? It's like some fucking bullshit word, where like American sport, and in particular the NFL, is a reflection of like their just like huge military culture.
Yeah, I've actually heard that broken down before.
Yeah, so I wrote this like fucking, it had to be like in a certain style and blah blah blah. But it got published in the journal, so I should. And I was like, I don't know, it probably wasn't a good journal, but yeah, it's like one of the ones where like they just let the university students feel like important.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wrote about that. That like just their tactics are a reflection of just them as a society.
Yeah,
and it's like potentially because they have like a heavy military-based culture that like that's why they love that kind of sport because it's a game of territory. So it's like America's kind of motivated by controlling territory.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyway, it's just like a little cool fact.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
All right. This was a good app.
Yeah, it was.
I hope that was thought-provoking. Like I said, last chance, I think now.
Yeah.
I don't know what day it is, but I'm pretty sure you only have a week left to get your tickets.
Yeah.
So
get your tickets, guys. It's going to be a great weekend. I'm so excited for it. So don't miss out. It's been another 12 months till we run another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sydney 2024.
Yeah. Let's do
Maybe. We'll see. All right. Thanks for listening. Use the share button in the corner. Like, subscribe, do the comments, do all the stuff. Thank you, and we'll see you next week.
See you next time.
Bye.